this is the add a user page. It's fairly straightforward, but I will talk through some of the permissions aspect of it. Basic details: name John, last name Smith, email. Now you will probably notice that when you create a center you give it a default email extension, but as an admin, a local authority admin, you can put in any email address you like, just in case, for example, a user is off email and they need access to the system. They will you can go in and edit or add a user with a different email extension to the default school one. So we'll just put in john.smith@testschool.co.uk. Give them a password, usually some random digits, and you say what centre they belong to. So for this example I'll say the Streatley Academy. Now you can go ahead and say are they a local authority admin? For this case, no. You do have options here: no access, which will basically give them zero access to the LA admin area; partial or specific page access. This means that the user won't have access to add users or centers or anything like that, but what they do have is certain permissions to access pages which you give them access to, which I will show you shortly. So what we'll do, actually, we'll say this person has partial or specific page access, but that should usually only be for local authority staff. Let's say they are a nursery, so early years. They were setting up these as a head teacher, for example, so they have access to add, edit, delete users under their center. You also have options: regular user. They will have permissions governed in this area below. So do you want this user to have access to news? Usually you'd at least want them read access. There is read and write, where they can read and post articles, or admin, they can read, write and modify news within this section. So we'll just go for this right here. Good practice network, the same kind of permissions: read, read and write, or admin. So we'll just go for that, and we don't want them to have access to any of the others here, so they remain on no access. Okay, add user. Now we did say this user would have specific page access, so I'll quickly show you what that does. Let's say we wanted this user to be responsible for Director of Children's Services. Click this little icon. We click the user. If we wanted to add multiple, we can hold Control and click in the list, but obviously we don't have any others in here. Click Save. Then this user will be a normal user, but only be able to edit the page Director of Children's Services. As you can see, this page is maintained by John Smith. You can then go in, add subpages, so on and so forth. Let's go through, save the changes, and we will see now when we refresh the page that their page has appeared there. So that is it. That is how you add a user.